Hello everyone, my name is Ms. Disha Udani and let's continue with our subject impression management. In today's lecture, we are going to see what are soft skills and hard skills. Okay, this is just introduction chapter for soft skills and hard skills. Okay, hard skills means what? Let's study that. Okay, hard skills are technical knowledge or training that you have gained through any life experience, including in your career or education. For example, if you have worked in a food service or retail, you may know how to use a point of sales system. If you have taken accounting classes, you may know how to use Microsoft Excel. If you have studied a foreign language, you may be able to speak it fluently. Every job will require certain technical skills specific to that industry. If you want to work there as an architect, for example, you will need to know how to use drafting software. Okay, so hard skills means what? The skills that are obtained, the knowledge and the skills that are obtained which are useful for completing a particular task. Okay, without that task cannot be completed. Okay, like if you want to suppose live in Germany and you are learning a German language. So learning a German language, knowing a foreign language is a hard skill. Okay, you can live in Germany without knowing Germany in German, but it is more preferable if you know German and you are going to live in Germany. Okay, another example, if you want to see, then if you want to be a software engineer, you should have a knowledge of softwares. Okay, you should know how to use computers, you should know how to use the different programming languages or different skill sets that are required for becoming an engineer. Okay, this is hard skills are the set of the skills that you acquire. Okay, they are not inborn in you, you don't have while you are born. You learn them, you grow with them, you in your school, in your college, in your surrounding, you get to learn those techniques. Okay, many other industries such as have such tests in places requiring prior knowledge and skill essential for career success. Other employers may have the availability of to teach certain technical skills on the job. Okay, so hard skill basically means technical skills. Do you have technical skills? Okay, technical skills means what? The skills that are required to do a particular job. Okay, hard skills, okay, we are talking about basic most important skills without which a job cannot be done. Okay, like if you want to do programming, you should know what programs are there in computer language. Okay, or else you say you want to become a cashier, you should know how to count money. Okay, these are nothing but hard skills. Okay, hard skills means what? The basic skills, the most necessary skills required to do, or you should have the knowledge, you should possess the skills, you should have to complete the most basic task. Okay, example, if you want to cook, you should know how to cook. Okay, to become a chef, you should know how to cook. So hard skills are like cooking, knowing another languages, and next would be knowing the skills required for any particular job. Okay, hard skills are particular with every job. Okay, they are not overall. Okay, they change with every job. There is no such kind of hard skill that is applicable for every kind of job or every kind of thing that you can do. Okay, so hard skills basically means what? The skill set, the knowledge that you acquire to learn something, to get good at something. Okay, it is hard job, it is a hard skill, it is the basic knowledge or basic skill sets that need to be possessed, without which you cannot complete the job. Okay, so now let's study soft skills. Soft skills are personal habits and traits that shape how you work on your own and with others. Effective communication, for example, is a soft skill many employees seek. Some others include dependability, effective teamwork, and active listening. Okay, so now we are going to study soft skills. Skills means what? The skills that you are related with your personality. Okay, the skills that are related with your behaviorism, that they require with your mannerism, that are required for communication, for contacting with people. Okay, so soft skills are essentially the skills that you have, which are required for easy smooth going of your work. Okay, It is not necessarily the most important needed thing while you do your job, but if you have them, your work will go easily, your work will go smoothly. Okay, example, let's take an example. You want to become a chef. Okay, example is you want to become a chef. So what will be the hard skill over there? You should know cooking. What will be the soft skill over here? You should be able to lead the team to make cook whatever orders are there in your hotel, in your restaurant, in your 5-star hotel, whatever you are dreaming of. Okay, so here, without hard skill, can you become a chef? No, you cannot become a chef if you don't know how to cook. Okay, but suppose instead of being a smooth talking person, you are a hard talking person, you are a harsh talking person. Will that work? Yes, it will work, but the effect will be negative. Okay, your work will be done. You may be hired to the job, but the work environment there would be get affected. The relations with the other people over there will get affected, and the time duration where you work there will get affected. Okay, it will have a long term disadvantage. Okay, not having soft skills will have long term disadvantage, while having good hard skills will have lifetime good advantage. Okay, it is like the people say, it is not necessary if you can do the job or not, it is necessary how well and how good you do your job. Okay, so having hard skills is important because that will tell us whether you can do a job or not, but having soft skills will make sure that you do your job in an effective manner, in the most suitable manner, without you can say uh, negative impacting to the work environment, without harassing to the people around you, working in a positive happy environment. Okay, soft skills are essential to your career and as you search for jobs. While hard skills are necessary to successfully perform technical tasks in the job, soft skills are necessary to create a positive functional work environment. For this reason, employers often seek individuals who possess proven soft and hard skills. Some employers may prefer to select candidates who have stronger set of soft skills over hard skills, as soft skills are at times more difficult to develop. Okay, so hard skills are easy to develop. Okay, you join a class, you learn a language, you have achieved or mastered this hard skill. But for soft skill, it requires a lot of time, it requires a lot of attention, it requires a lot of working on yourself. Okay, so next we'll study again what in detail is given of soft skills. Soft skills are characteristic trait and interpersonal skills that characterize a person's relationship with other people. In the workplace, soft skills are considered to be competent to hard skills, which refer to person's knowledge and occupational skills. Socialists may use the term soft skills to describe person's emotional intelligence quotient and as opposed to intelligent quotient. Okay, so if you want to just bifurcate between hard skill and soft skill, it is given by this. So by socialists, it is given like hard skills are intelligent quotient. What is your IQ? Is so hard skill. Okay, and soft skill is EQ. Your EQ means what is your emotional intelligence quotient. Okay, how emotionally well aware you are, how good emotional decisions you take, how good intelligence you have of your emotions. Okay, that will come under soft skill. And under hard skill, what intelligence you are, how fast you solve the problems, how fast you answer the questions, how easily you overcome the problems. Okay, so soft skills are basically interpersonal skills. Okay, the skills like talking sweetly, talking politely, listening to others, motivating people, having a leadership qualities, having motivational qualities, these all things are your soft skills. Okay, next here is just a chart of difference between soft skills and hard skill. Okay, so hard skill, teachable abilities of skill sets that are easy to quantify. Okay, so hard skills are teachable abilities or skill sets that are easy to quantify. Okay, you can easily quantify them, you can easily you can say vary their quality in percentage wise. Okay, he is 50% smart, he knows only 50% of this language, he has only 30% of cooking skills. Like these hard skills can be quantified. Okay, soft skills also are people skills or interpersonal skills. Okay, Soft skills are how you talk with people, how you communicate, what kind of skills you use while interacting with around you, okay, with the environment around you, with people and environment around you, okay. Next is hard skills are proficiency in a foreign language, a degree or a certificate, typing speed, machine operation, computer programming. Okay, these are all examples for hard skills. Okay, and soft skill examples: communication, flexibility, leadership, teamwork, time management. Okay, if you see this carefully, the difference between hard skills and soft skills, you'll find that in soft skills all are psychological skills more of, okay, rather than just a technical skill. Soft skills are dependent on psychological skills, like how you communicate, how flexible you are, how was your leadership skill qualities, how you work in a team, how you manage your time, okay. Next, types of soft skills. Okay, type of soft skills, now we'll study what are there. First is communication. Communication, we all know communication is most basic important skill. How you talk, okay, that is nothing but communication skills. Communication is one of the most important soft skill. Able communicators can adjust their tone style according to their audience comprehends and act effectively on instructions and explain complex issues to the colleagues and clients alike. A key often forgotten communication skill is listening. Okay, so what do you mean by communication over here? Communication is a skill of telling and listening. Okay, communication means what? How profoundly you speak, what is your tone when you speak, how is your style when you speak. Are you being a bossy person? Are you being a humble person? Is your tone too loud? Is your tone too soft? How are you talking with people? How are you talking with your client? How are you talking with your family? How you are talking with your boss? How are you talking with your colleagues, etc, etc, etc. Okay, so communication is what? How are you communicating? How are you responding? How are you listening? Okay, that first is the most important communication skill. Okay, and communication skill is a soft skill because you don't know, people do not teach you how to communicate. Okay, you learn by yourself. Okay, it is an inherent skill inside you. It is necessary skill. Okay, if you are going to live with humans forever, you need to have good communication skill. Okay, next is self motivation. Having a positive attitude and an initiative to work well without around the clock supervision is a vital soft skill for any employee. Not only does it demonstrate reliability and commitment, but it also shows that you can fit effectively in any organization structure without the need of constant supervision. Okay, self motivation means what? How self motivated you are. How do you encourage yourself to complete a work? Okay, whenever you set a work, how well you complete that work. Okay, do you take a lot of time to complete that, or you complete that quickly? In what speed you do that, in what way you do that, in what positivity or negativity you do that, all that comes under self motivation. How do you motivate yourself? How do you push yourself to work to complete that work? Is nothing but self motivation. Next is leadership. Leadership is a soft skill you can show even if you are not directly managing others. Those with strong leadership skills will have the ability to inspire others and lead teams to success. This is why it is particularly sought out after skill. People with good leadership skills will have a range of skills, a positive attitude and outlook, the ability to make quick and effective decisions, the ability to communicate effectively. Okay, so leadership means what? How you lead the group, how you take the group ahead of you. Okay, ahead with you, not instead of ahead of you, ahead with you. How you take the group ahead with you. Okay, leadership means what? How you motivate other people also. Okay, leadership means you become the leader of the group and you motivate others to do the particular task, and you take the team ahead with you. Okay, in that you are positive, in that you look for a solution if there is any problem, and you communicate effectively. Okay, these are basic requisites for being a good leader. Okay, Next is responsibility. Responsibility is a seldom talked about but highly valued soft skill. Okay, responsibility you don't usually hear about it, but the responsibility is also a soft skill. Okay, what does responsibility exactly mean? Responsibility means how well can you accept a particular job and do it. Okay, colleagues who fail to take responsibility for their work will be less productive and less successful overall. Taking responsibility means taking ownership, if not only your goals but the wider company goals. This means taking the initiative to make improvements, accepting responsibility for any failure, and really caring about the work and about your working your way to success. Okay, responsibility means what? Whenever you are given a particular task, how well you take that task. Okay, whether you complete it or not, whether you succeed in it or not. If you succeed, well and good. If you fail, do you take the responsibility for failure also? These all comes under responsibility. Okay, responsibility means what? Accepting a job and making sure you do it in a very good manner and making sure you do it in a very well manner. And suppose if things go wrong and you fail to complete your job, you take the ownership of that failure. You take the ownership of whatever you have done is nothing but responsibility. Responsibility means what? Taking the ownership. Okay, next is teamwork. Like leadership, good teamwork involves a combination of other soft skills. Working in team towards a common goal requires the intuition and interpersonal skills to know when to be a leader and when to be a listener. Good team players are perceptive as well as receptive to the needs and responsibilities of others. Okay, teamwork means what? How good you are working with team. Okay, in a team, do you just listen, or do you just talk, or you have balance of both? Okay, and do you just leave commands, or do you just agree with commands? Okay, in teamwork, how you respond, how you cooperate, how you take ahead the team is another thing. Okay, teamwork is not a single soft skill. Okay, team working has many soft skills. Okay, it has listening abilities, it has talking communication abilities, it has following orders or abilities, it has commanding or abilities. Okay, so teamwork means what? Working with a team, working with a group of people to achieve a particular goal. Okay, next is problem solving. Problem solving does not just require analytical, creative, and critical skills, but a particular mindset. Those who can approach a problem with a cool and level head will often reach a solution more efficiently than those who cannot. Okay, problem solving means what? How you tackle to a particular problem, how you solve a problem. Okay, problem solving skills means what? Whenever some problem comes, whenever some difficulty comes while you're doing any kind of work, how you are going to solve that work, how are you going to solve that problem, how are you going to achieve the you can say hindrance that was in your way. Okay, so problem solving is not just how to do that and what to do that, but also your mindset in which you are going to do. Okay, suppose you have, let's say, you have decided that you have to complete your studies in 1 week. Okay, and you have still 2 chapters left to complete. Okay, so and in between the guests come for 2 days in your house and you couldn't take books in your hands. Okay, because there were guests in your house. Okay, so the problem over here is that the guests have come and they have utilized your 2 days which you could have utilized instead of in studying. Okay, so what are you going to do? The problem has come. So what your mindset is to do to complete the 2 days lacking portion behind. Okay, that is necessary. That is a soft skill that is to be seen, that is to be focused on. Okay, do you positively look at it, or do you cry and say, oh, my 2 days gone west, what I will do with now? Instead of crying, looking at it positively and saying, okay, the 2 days are gone, now I have to focus on the remaining 5 days and I have to complete my 2 chapters within those 5 days only. Okay, so this is nothing but problem solving skill sets. How you think instead of just solving the problem, how you go approach to the problem is also important. Okay, next is decisiveness. Decisiveness means what? Ability to take decisions. Okay, decisiveness is a characterized by ability to make quick and effective decisions. It does not mean recklessness or impulsiveness. Okay, decision making means what, or decisiveness means what? How well and how correct decisions you make. It is not how quick you make. Okay, it is how correct you make and how quickly your decisions become correct. Okay, you don't just choose A or B, come on B, that is final. No, you think over the problem, you see whether A would be appropriate or B would be appropriate. How will each have, what positive effects each decision will have, what negative effect each decision will have, and according to the situation at this moment, which solution would be most appropriate. Thinking in that way is decision making. Okay, it is not recklessness, it is not quick decision making. Okay, you shouldn't just say, oh, I have problem, okay, this is the solution, go to hell. Okay, this is not decisiveness, this is impulsiveness, this is recklessness. Here you are taking the responsibility of whatever decision you are going to take. Okay, even though if it is wrong, but you have took that decision, so you are taking the responsibility of that decision also. Okay, decisiveness combines several abilities. Okay, the ability to put things into perspective, wait upon the option, assess all relevant information, anticipate any consequences, good or bad. Okay, here decisiveness means what? And first is understanding the problem, what exactly the problem is. Okay, number two, seeing the solutions, weighing them. Okay, weighing them means what? Seeing whether which is better and or which is better. Okay, comparing those problems. Okay, next is seeing all the information that you have is complete or not, is correct or not, and whether you can get more information or not. If you can get more, then what happens? Then you again compare the options, and finally after you decide a particular option or particular solution, you should be able to take responsibility of that. You should be able to own any consequences that it will give. Okay, good or bad, we don't know. Okay, but whatever will happen out of that, you should be owner of that, you should own that. Okay, you said, okay, I made this decision, it went wrong, I am sorry. You don't run off, you don't back off when the decision goes wrong. Okay, next is ability to work under pressure and time management. Okay, ability to work under pressure means what? Everyone is going to have pressures now. Okay, everyone in their everyday life are going through many pressures, are going through many you can say obligations, money, social pressures. Okay, so how you work under that conditions, how do you work under social pressure, under work pressure, and how you manage your time. Okay, many jobs come with demanding deadlines and sometimes high stakes. Recruiters prize candidates who show a decisive attitude and unflattering ability to think clear and capacity to compartmentalize and set stress aside. Time management is closely related to the ability to work under pressure as well as within the tight deadlines. Okay, what soft skill you are looking for is how you work under pressure and how you manage your time under pressure. Okay, there are suddenly there's a problem come, how you are going to understand that, how you are going to quickly solve that. Okay, you already have 3 chapters to complete and the teacher says you have also another 4th chapter tomorrow for test. So under that pressure, how you are going to complete your portion, how are you going to attempt for the test that you are going to give tomorrow. Okay, so here ability to work under pressure and how you have and time management, these two are another important skill sets. Okay, so these are soft skill sets. Next is flexibility. Flexibility means what? With what ease you flow with the direction, with what ease, how much easily you go with the flow of the work. Okay, flexibility is another important soft skill since it demonstrates an ability and willingness to embrace new tasks and new challenges calmly without fuss. Flexible employees are willing to help out when where needed, take on extra responsibilities, and can quickly adapt when plans change. Okay, flexibility means what? How easily you flow with the position, how easily you work with the situation that is coming ahead you. Okay, There is an emergency, how quickly you adjust to it, how quickly you respond to the demand of it is flexibility. Okay, a person needs to be flexible all the time. Okay, because sometimes there are always going to be emergencies coming up. Okay, how you deal with those emergencies, how you perform when you see someone is in problem and you are already have a lot of workload, how flexibly you go there, you help them and they ask you for the help, how easily you go to them and help them is flexibility. Okay, it doesn't mean that you should always keep your work aside and help others only. No, you should assess your work or workload also. Okay, if it is a little bit problem that they can solve on their own or somebody else can solve to them, you can guide them to that person because you already are overloaded. Okay, but when you're not really overloaded and that solution cannot be given without you, that problem solution cannot happen without you, then how flexibly you help that person, how you communicate, how you manage things effectively is flexibility. Okay, negotiation and conflict resolution. Negotiation means what? Bargaining power. Okay, this is another of those soft skills which employers look for in potential leaders. To be an adept negotiator is to know how to be persuasive and exert influence while sensitively seeking a solution which will benefit all parties. Okay, negotiation means what? Bargaining power, bargaining technique. Okay, so negotiation means what exactly is how you sit in front of that party, how you talk, how you influence that party, and how you find a solution that is going to be best for everyone. Okay, there are going to be million times ahead where you will have to negotiate with somebody else. Okay, where you will have to find a solution which is between. Okay, you want but A thing, the person is giving B thing, how you both come together and find some between thing, that is negotiation. Okay, so negotiation skill is very important. And another is conflict resolution. Conflict resolution means what? Whenever there happens a conflict, how you deal with it, how you resolve it, how calmly you resolve it, or you fight and resolve it. Okay, conflict resolution depends on the strong interpersonal skills and the ability to establish a rapport and with colleagues and clients alike. Okay, so how you create your personality or how you create your image while there is a conflict resolution. Okay, I am saying the thing should be A. You are saying the thing should be B. How you convince me to go for B? Okay, that is important over here. Conflict resolution means what? The two parties are not on the same page, are not on the same opinion. Bringing the second party to your opinion is conflict resolution, or understanding what other party's opinion is and coming together forward with a common decision. Okay, or a you can say agreeable decision is conflict resolution. Okay, this was for today's lecture. Thank you very much.